Hello everyone, greetings from PayTabs team and welcome to Managing Merchants Dashboard tutorial series. In this series, we are going to take you on a journey to learn and discover the power of our merchant dashboard. Throughout the series, we will walk you through each of the menus and options found on PayTabs merchant dashboard and how you can easily manage it. So, let's get started. In this video, we are going to learn more about the first menu of our merchant dashboard, which is the home menu, and it's also the home page for our merchant dashboard. So let's get started. The first thing you can see once you log into your merchant dashboard is the home page displayed in front of you like this. The home page can be found once you log into your merchant dashboard or from the left menus part by clicking on home menu like this. The home menu does contain some significant information and parts or points that will help you a lot throughout your journey with PayTabs. Let's take the parts of all the home page and learn more about it. Starting with the first one would be the heading part, which does not only exist inside the home page, but you can find it in all of our menus. Like if we navigate it to the transactions menu, for example, you will have access to the heading part for easy access to all of the points clarified inside the heading part. So let's learn more about the heading part itself. Starting from the left, the first thing you can see inside the heading part is the type of your profile, which is test profile for your testing environment or live profile for your live environment. And of course, we are going to learn more about the differences between live profile and test profile inside the profile video menu. Now, after the type of profile, we will see the number of the profile or the profile ID along with the profile name. Once you change your profile, you will see that this information will be changed to the new type of profile with the new profile number or profile ID and the new profile name. Now, the next thing would be the English or the language switching button over here, which you can see can enable you or give you the ability to switch between the language supported inside PayTabs merchant dashboard, which is in the current time are Arabic, English, and Turkish. Now, by just clicking on the language you prefer, the whole merchant dashboard will be switched to this language just as just display. Now, let's get back to our English language and see the rest of the features. The next point would be the profile changing button, and as we clarified, we are going to learn more about the profile and the differences between test and live profile inside the profile video. But for now, we want to give you a hint that this button will allow you to change between your profile, whether you have a live profile and test profile or multiple test profile and multiple live profile. Here you will be able to switch between them from this button. Like that, if I just click on my live profile, I'll be switched to my live profile, and as we can see, the type has been changed to live, the new profile ID and the new profile name has been changed. Now, if we can get back to our test profile like that and continue to the list of the heading, but before we continue, and this will also be clarified in the rest of the tutorial, but if you cannot see this button over here, this means that you only have access to one profile or this profile you are currently in, so you will not be able to switch between profile or because your permission for this account is only submitted to one profile which you are currently logged in. The next button will be the support or the customer support button. This button will allow you to be redirected to our PayTabs support portal, and inside the description box of this video we will give you a small video that will guide you through the power of our support portal and how you can use it to have a better journey throughout PayTabs. Now we can get back to our home page over here. The next thing will be your notification button. If you have any notification and you want to see them, you can just click over here and you will see all the notification. The next and final thing will be your settings button. This will allow you to have your login details, your login settings, and your change password menu or view, and finally the button to log out. Now let's see each of these buttons and the features allowed or you can see inside them. Starting with the login details, from its name, it will be your current information and your current login information like your name, email, position, and phone number. Of course, you will be able to edit all of these information by clicking on the edit, then save. And we have another feature called two-factor authentication that you can enable to have a two-factor authentication using Google authentication, and this will be enabled once you enter the OTP, and for each time you want to log in, the two-factor authentication will be enabled. Now let's go through the next part of our settings button over here, which will be the login settings. The login settings have some significant points that we are going to discover. The first point will be the default language of your merchant dashboard, and as you can see here, you can choose one of the three default languages we have, and once you choose it and click on save, this will be the default language for your merchant dashboard. The second thing, or the second edit, will be the transaction list items per page, and these will allow you to extend the list items for your transaction. So for example, right now we can see that it's only 10, and if we navigate it down here to the transactions menu, of course we will have a fully dedicated video for the transaction menu. If we navigate it over here, you will see that the limit for the transactions per page is only 10 transactions. So if we get back over here to our login settings, and then we approved or extended this to 25 and then click on save, of course here when we get back to our transactions, we can see now that the limit of the transactions per page has been extended to be 25 transactions. Now to continue, the next part inside the login settings would be the marketing checkbox or the marketing enable option, and once you agree on this will enable you to receive promotional content and special offers from PayTabs via your email. Finally, which is the final option in this view, would be the home page display, whether you want to choose it as default and analytics. And to test that, we will need to change our profile to our live profile to be more cleared inside it, as this option is only supported inside your profile or your live profile menu. Now we have two views for our homepage. The ones you are seeing right now, which is the default menu containing the heading, the notes, the analytics point, and then the latest transaction. There is another view that we can change to it from here, which is called the analytics view. The analytics view looks like this. Let's get back to our homepage. Once we change it and save, get back to our homepage, we can see here that the analytics view gives you some analytics inside your homepage, like some percentages for your decline transaction, your previous 7-day sale transaction, your last 8-hour sale transaction, your payment status. Like here you can see that my payments have 50% decline, 50% authorized, and for example the payment method. So now you can see that 100% of my payment method is Visa. If I'm using another payment method, it will be displayed here. So this is simply some analytics for you can see inside your home page once you log into your merchant dashboard. So now that we have learned about the login settings and the differences between the options displayed here, we can move forward to the last part of this button, which will be the change password button. And from its name, this is simply made to change your current password to a new password. This would be for your security's sake if you are suspecting or you are forgetting your password, but of course you will need to have your current password and you are fulfilling the new password and confirm it, and once you click save, you will have your new password. Now let's get back to our home page over here to learn more about the next sections displayed or available inside our home page. Now I'm going to switch back to my test profile homepage over here, and you can see over here that the next part would be some alerts that you need to be ahead of, or you need to check it instantly, which is, of course, if you are switching, you will see this green alert saying that your profile has been switched. Now you can see the new profile over here. The next thing would be the onboarding alert, and this will be displayed for you inside your test profile or you will be displayed if you have a document that you need to be renewed. You will have an alert that looks like this, and from this you will be able to go or to navigate to your onboarding screen and start your onboarding process, which of course will be clarified inside the onboarding video. The next thing after the alerts, of course, we have here an alert for sending a verification code to verify your phone number. The next thing after the alert would be some analytic cards over here, and from as you can see over here, from these cards, we can see the first card is related to the number of transactions or the amount of transactions displayed over here. And as you can see here, we have one successful transaction. If we click on view details over here, we will see all of our transaction, the declined one and the authorized one for today only. This is done simply by a search filter done through the transaction menu, and we will clarify how you can do this search filter inside the transaction menu video. Now let's get back to our home page over here to see the next thing, which would be the total sales of today. We have seen in this card the total transactions of today, and the next card will contain the total sales. So let's say, for example, you have done 5 transactions today. These transactions of total of 1,000 Egyptian pound, 1,000 Saudi riyal, 1,000 USD dollars, and this will be the total of all of the transactions done today. So if you click on view details over here, you will be navigated or redirected to your only successful transaction. This part or this search, this menu will not contain the list of the declined or error transaction. It will only contain the list of the successful transaction as it's coming from the total sale. So this means that this transaction is part of your sales. Of course, for all of your search filter, you will be able to download it or export it here as XLS or as CSV. Get back over here to our home menu. The next part will be the total sales of this month, and also once we click on view details, you will have the total successful transaction you had in this month, and you will be able to export it from this parts over here, and we will learn more about the export and the search filter inside the transaction menu video. Now the next thing inside the home page after these analytics card will be the first view we are currently seeing would have the latest transactions, would looks like this. This is part of your latest transaction, and after the latest transaction would be the final part. This final part is the ability to test or make a test payment page using this profile. Of course, this will be only inside the current PayTabs profile or the current profile you're logging in. So once you see over here, you'll need to select a profile key. We'll learn more about the API keys inside the developer menu video, but simply what you are doing here is choosing an API key, then clicking on test, and once you click on test, simply you will have a test payment page to see if the payment page is working correctly. It have the same look that you're looking for. It have all the payment methods enabled inside your profile. All of this can be seen, and then you can use a test card to test this payment and fulfill it successfully. Now let's get back to our home page over here, and this is all of the parts clarified inside the home page. We can also see that there are another part inside the analytics view as we clarified them before, which is the analytics for your transactions and your sales, your payment methods, your payment status. Now that we have learned more about our home page or home menu, we can move forward to the next video or the next menu of this tutorial. So let's move forward.